When we talk about cancer, we often talk about it as if it's this one evil disease which is causing a huge burden. Whilst it does cause a huge burden, the reality is it's actually hundreds, if not thousands, of tiny different diseases, to the point that some patients could be entirely unique. So we need platforms which allow us to target subsets of these cancers to achieve maximum benefit for the maximum number of people. Cancer is a disease where you get damage to your cell DNA. So instead of behaving like a normal cell and just trying to work within the body as part of the whole organism, they become kind of selfish and they just want to make more of themselves and copy themselves. And they do this so much that they actually start causing damage and spreading into the organs and tissues around them. And at the end stages of cancer, we actually get something called metastasis. And this is where bits of our cancer tumour start to break off and spread to other locations in the body. When they do this, we get secondary tumours, so it's really important that the therapies we're pursuing here, virotherapies, oncolytic virotherapies, are ones which can actually target metastasis as well as our primary tumour. Most people, as soon as you mention the word virus, they think of Hollywood disaster movies and all of these things which they get a really bad press, basically. And we're hoping to change that perception, because the truth is, most viruses you never even knew you had them. And it's one of these viruses, one called adenovirus, which we're actually working with, which normally at worst causes the common cold. And we're altering them so that instead of hitting healthy tissues, they're actually being altered so that they stick only to cancer cells. So if you consider a virus to be a chunk of protein, and its only job in the world is to make more of itself. It doesn't want to cause disease, it doesn't want to do anything except make more viruses. And we can manipulate this behaviour so that it can only make more viruses within cancer cells. And when it copies itself, it causes those cells to physically pop like a balloon, and that destroys the cell in the process. And the beauty of using a virus as a cancer treatment instead of using a traditional drug is that because they copy themselves, they can spread to the other cells in the area. So by doing that, our virus can not only hit the first cells that it infects, like a traditional drug would, but it can also spread out and hit cancer metastasis and hopefully spread through the entire tumour, destroying it. Our research is extremely important because without it, we're still limited. Many cancer treatments are only effective in certain subsets of cancer. Many cancer treatments are ineffective completely. By developing novel technologies, especially virally based technologies, we actually have an extremely adaptive platform which we can apply to multiple different kinds of cancer. And by manipulating this system, we're hoping to be able to achieve the maximum benefit for the maximum number of patients. I am fully funded by Tenovus Cancer Care. They support my supervisor to do the research that we are doing, to work with these viruses and try and find new ways of actually combating cancer. Day to day, they provide the support that I need to be able to actually perform all of this research, to come into the lab to perform my experiments. They pay for the reagents, the experiments, and my salary whilst I'm here. So it's fair to say that I would not be here doing my PhD without them.